Welcome to Geneius Thoughts with Gene Bleeker. I am your eyes, ears, and voice in real estate, business, and the community. And I am so excited to have Cheryl Insua with us today. Cheryl, thanks for being on the program.
Well, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. I like calling it a podcast broadcast. So people can hear me, people can see us, they know that you and I are the real deal.
Oh, yes, we are.
And it was funny before we even started taping and we were just talking about past times. I mean, boy, you and I have known each other for a very, very, very long time.
I know. It's crazy to think that much time has already passed, and it just keeps going by faster and faster. It's crazy.
Exactly. The only thing I know about you is that you are one big change in the business. Because you started off at one element and then you grew into a great success, and you're still growing and blossoming. And I'm just so proud of you and so proud of your success.
Oh, thank you.
But can you tell everybody a little bit more about your family? Because I know that's important to you.
Yes, my family is pretty much everything to me. I mean, they're the reasons why I feel I've sacrificed time and, to be a successful realtor in this business. That's something you just kind of have to find the balance, and you have to figure out how to do it. But my family's my why. Everybody asks, what's your why? Well, my daughter and my husband and my family and the life that I envision for them is my why. So my daughter just turned 6 a week ago, a week and 1 day, as she would say. But yeah, she's amazing. She's a little mini me, so it's a little frustrating at times, but she's smart and outspoken and friendly and so generous and giving and funny, and I just love being a mom. It's really what I always wanted for myself, is to be a mom.
Who named Isabella? Was it you or your husband?
Oh, I've had that name picked out many, many years, way before I even had my husband. Fortunately, he just liked it, but even if he didn't, it would have still been Isabella, and he just liked the ring Isabella Insua. So I think it has a nice ring to it too.
It definitely does. Yeah. Definitely does. Yeah. All right, so we'll give a shout out to her and to your husband.
Yes.
And I hope he had a great Father's Day.
Yes.
Well, when you and I first met, one of the things I've always noticed about you is your passion in the business. Can you tell me and tell our great viewers and listeners about your passion in real estate?
I mean, I've always been one, and my mom can attest to this, that have loved helping people, helping others, in my friends, in my class, in my, anywhere in life. I've always loved to be that type of person where I was always helpful. So when I got into real estate and I just saw that I could help people and the joy that they have and exude when they get the keys to their new home, and, when you tell them their offer's been accepted, and just so many milestones that bring so much joy throughout a transaction, and knowing that I was a part of it, it's really like self-gratifying, to be honest. But, to be able to give someone that, it's really, really just feels good. It's a feel-good moment,
So you're not just passionate about real estate. You're passionate about your community. You're passionate about your clients, your friends, right?
I'm passionate about being able to help people, and real estate is just the avenue I get to do it through, and
God love you for that.
Yeah. And there's a lot into it. Obviously, with any business, there's going to be ups and downs. I mean, nothing's smooth sailing when, you're working with so many different personalities, and a lot of different people are involved with every different transaction. It's new people with every transaction. So you definitely got to ebb and flow and figure out, they always say you got to match the person on the other side, right? And so you figure out how to work with other people and work well with other people. And then there's a lot of the disclosures, so knowing the legalities and knowing what you're having people sign up for, figuratively, literally, because they're signing these documents, which are legal documents. So you have to make sure that you're very knowledgeable and train yourself and invest that time in yourself.
Right.
I think a lot of people take that for granted when you have a transaction coordinator, you have brokers, and they just kind of push that onto other people. But I always invested in learning every single part of it since the beginning.
I love that. And, you can tell just by hearing your voice how passionate you are about what you do. So are there any community events or any community things that you're so involved with?
In Santa Clarita, my gosh, there's so many. And that's what I love about Santa Clarita. Not only is it such a family-oriented community, but it's such a give back community. There's so many organizations and foundations that give back to so many different causes. And I've tried to volunteer for several of them, with the SCV Chili Cook-Off, and they found different organizations every year to donate back to the Michael Hofland Foundation,
Right.
and then Bras for a Cause, and I've done that. So CCFA, Crohn's and Colitis Foundation of America, is one that is personal to me.
Tell us a little bit more about that.
So when I was 19, I was diagnosed with Crohn's, and it's definitely a life-altering illness, and fortunately I've been able to have surgery to correct part of it and have been able to live mostly a somewhat normal life. But that
You had a couple of years that were challenging, right?
I did in the beginning. The first few years, it was very challenging and very hard. And fortunately, with the right doctors, I was able to, overcome it. But that raises funds for awareness and for people to, get the proper treatments for Crohn's and colitis. And it's crazy over the last 20 years since I was diagnosed, how much more prevalent and how many more people are being diagnosed and, coming down with one of these type of diseases.
So now you kind of get to be the voice, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
A good sounding board, a good shoulder to talk to, right? Hold on to hug.
Yes.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I love that aspect. And I was going to ask you, are there any charity groups or organizations that you want to promote? And you did a really good job in naming a few right off the bat. So you kind of beat me to the punch. But let's talk about eating, shall we?
Oh,
Because
one of my favorite pastimes.
Because there are so many great organizations, but there's so many great places to eat in Santa Clarita. So do you like to cook, or do you like to go out and eat, or do you do a little bit of both?
Definitely do both. I do love to cook. I love to bake, probably because I love to eat sweets most of all. But I do love to cook, and I love to bake, and I love to teach my daughter how to cook. But with the life that I have, mom life, realtor life, it gets really crazy and busy and hectic. So I don't mind picking up a good meal from a local restaurant.
All right. So let's go back to baking. What's your favorite thing to bake?
Cake.
Yeah?
I am a total cake eater. Double layered cake with maybe some type of frosting or bananas, fruit in the center, strawberries.
Let me write a note. I need you to bake me a cake. I don't care how big or how small. I just want to taste it.
Cakes are definitely my thing.
Okay. So when you and Isabella get together and you want to go out for a mommy-daughter lunch, dinner, breakfast, where do you guys like to go? Name some of your faves.
She loves Cheesecake Factory.
Mm-hmm.
She loves the brown bread, but who doesn't?
Right.
I recently went to Smokehouse on Main, and they had amazing barbecue. And now barbecue is one of my favorite type of foods. Ribs, pulled pork, so good. And they were like on par with how good their barbecue was. So
it was really good.
It was really, you were there?
I was right there. And of course, you were talking about some of the things that you're really great at, like social media. And I thought you talking at this meeting was just so amazing. And I thank you so much for getting involved and helping the other real estate agents succeed in the marketplace as well. So going back to eating, what about your husband? What does he like to eat?
I think anywhere he would go, if it's Italian, he always goes with chicken parmesan. Anytime we go to an Italian spot, that's what he likes to get. I think that's pretty much his favorite. He's a little bit, or tacos. We go to Las Delicias right there on Seco, and they have really good tacos too. Or the one on Newhall has really good tacos. So I think tacos or something like chicken parm would be at the top of his list.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. So switching gears, I want to talk about businesses in Santa Clarita. I know you're a huge advocate of supporting businesses. Are there any businesses out there that you want to say hello to?
I like Chorus Line. My daughter's a dancer now, so we frequently visit there. EPG, Elite Performance Group, that's her dance studio. She just had 3 shows this weekend. It was brutal, but we made it. It was Dance Moms came together and made it, and she loves it. And the girls' camaraderie there is amazing. There's girls there that have been in it for 12 years. It's crazy to see how long that their longevity as their career in one studio is. So I love that she's a part of something like that. So I want to give a shout out to them and Smokehouse. Smokehouse welcomed us, and they fed us, and us realtors love to eat. So it was delicious, really, and I think they're going to be really successful.
I do too. So let's talk about you as a little one. So who was your? I want to ask you a question. So who was your best friend growing up?
My best friend is still one of my best friends until today, Stacy Torres. And she's
Stacy.
And she's a successful entrepreneur too. She works for Primerica, and she's built a pretty extensive team. I want to say there's like 50 to 60 people under her. She's 41 years old and has done really well for herself. And we met when we were 10 at the Moonlight Rollerway, and are still really good friends today. It's great to have someone that you can go through life with.
So the Moonlight Rollerway, that's in Eagle Rock, right?
In Glendale.
Yes,
in Glendale. Yeah, every Friday night, regulars.
God, love you for that one. All right, so you had your best friend.
Yeah.
So my next question is, let's go back to school. So who were your favorite teachers growing up?
So it's a pretty even par with 2 teachers. My 6th grade teacher, Mrs. Donahoe, she used to read to us every week. And she really just built this love for reading inside of me, and a love for books and the way that she would read. And I still have that passion for reading today. Unfortunately, my daughter loves books, so we read together.
You did say she was a clone, right?
Yeah, she is. And it's funny, she just had her birthday and people were asking what she wanted, and she loves books. So every year I tell people books, so she loves to read. Every night we read.
That's so awesome.
It's great to share that with her. And then also my 10th grade teacher, who happened to be an English lit teacher, which coincides with reading. Mr. Carvajal. And, if I feel like if I wasn't in real estate, then I would have wanted to pursue a teaching career for English lit.
Okay, this is something I didn't know. This is a first for me. So let's talk about mentors. So who are your big mentors, whether it's in business or in life, people that you totally respect?
I know a lot of people say it, and it may sound cliche, but my mom is truly the person I look up to the most. I have a tattoo on my back for her, and she's just an amazing person. She's so nice, and she's strong-minded, and she's independent, and I've learned so much from her. And they always say, when you become a parent, you start to hear your parents' voice in your head. And I do. I literally feel like at times I'm my mom, but you know what? It's a good thing to be, because she's taught me how to be strong-minded and independent. And
well, I'm sure when you were battling Crohn's disease, she had to play a very important part with that to keep you strong.
Yeah, and I know she probably was like dying inside watching me go through being so sick, but she never showed it to me, and she's the reason why I fought through it as hard as I did, and I never gave up, because she never gave up on me.
Well, cheers to your mom.
Yeah,
that's
cheers
awesome.
To Mom. I love my mom.
I love your mom too. All right, so let's talk about business. Any business mentors? I mean, I know you always speak so highly of Craig Martin.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. I mean, I've been fortunate enough to work with a lot of very successful brokers, agents, and, brokerages, and be exposed to a lot of very successful people throughout the years. I mean, I've been in it since 2004, so almost going on 20 years I've been in this. It's crazy to think it's been that long, but Craig has just taught me a lot of new things. Just, I see how his clients look at him and how they feel about him and the relationships he builds with them. And it's not just like that one-time deal relationship.
Right.
He really keeps these long-lasting relationships. And I would go on Facebook and everyone's always posting, oh, I'm looking for a realtor. And people would post about him and just the services he provides. And he really doesn't ask for much in return. He's so giving and generous and caring and really, wants to give back to his clients and make it a good experience for his clients. He always says goodwill goes a long way. And I've learned that. And, he's taught me the other side of, being a great listing agent. I worked as a TC for 10 years, and then I worked as a buyer's agent.
Do you want to explain to some people what a TC is?
So a TC is the transaction coordinator. So they basically run all the paperwork. So at some points I was working 20 to 30 transactions a month when I worked for certain brokers and agents. And so I had to know, all of the paperwork side of it. And then I went on to be my own agent, and I worked under, different brokerages and learned little tidbits from the people that run the company or successful agents at that time. Sherry Brown was one that I worked next to, and she was in my office, and I learned a lot from her, and she's uber successful, and a good friend. And so to be able to be exposed to those type of people, it's a little bit from everybody does their business a little differently. And I like to just take their little gold nuggets and kind of implement that into my own business.
Well, I do the very same thing. I mean, I'm a golden nugget guy that I'm always sitting there listening to people, hearing people. Like, I got some great information when you spoke at Smokehouse, just a few days ago. So I got something from you. So thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So my last question of the day is, what should an agent always do and what should an agent never do in business?
So one thing I always say, keep a business card with you. You never know who you're going to meet, and you can just kind of pass it on to them. I was at the gym the other day and someone actually asked me for a card and I didn't have it with me. I didn't think my gym bag would be a place I'd need to keep it.
Right.
But I do now. So, you don't, someone says, don't be a secret agent. And I think that's really relevant. Like, you want anybody, anywhere you go, to be able to talk about who you are and what you do and the services you could provide. Because you never know when someone's going to need a realtor, or they know someone looking that you can help.
Yes.
And what you should never do, and I always say, don't overspend. Don't go into real estate, especially in the last couple of years when things were booming and people were doing really well, and overspend, because you never know when the market's going to shift. And we had a big shift last year. And I think a lot of people kind of fell out of the business because they thought it was going to be so easy,
right,
and that market was going to last. But, real estate is a roller coaster. It goes up and it goes down. And so if you really want to be long lasting in this business, you have to learn how to set your expenses, save for your taxes, save for your marketing, save for your personal, save for your business. There's, learn how to set up that type of business plan for you and make your money, set it smart.
You are so good at what you do.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the amazing, incredible, stupendous Cheryl Insua. Hey, the mortgage doctor of real estate, Mr. Scott Edwards, is here. Scott, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, it's nice to have the PRM&G in the house.
That's right.
It's very nice. So the question I've always wanted to ask you that I never did,
Okay.
is what got you the name the mortgage doctor?
So it started actually off as Ask Scott Mortgages. And
Okay.
so I thought it would be a nice play on words to wear an ascot, right?
Right.
The problem is nobody knows what an ascot is. So then I'm sitting there with my cousin. He's working for me. And he says, well, what about Ask Scott, the mortgage doc? I'm like, okay, that goes. And then it just continually evolved into, I did this the coat for a little bit, but that's too much. So then that's when I went with the stethoscope. And then after the stethoscope, I started doing the pre-approval letter. It looks like a prescription pad. So just little elements as time went by.
Yeah, I mean, if you did wear the coat, and somebody's choking at a restaurant, they're going to be running over to you immediately.
Exactly. It's a little much.
Right, I can examine your loan for you, and I can take it from there.
I know. I'm always a little nervous wearing this at a networking event because, God forbid, somebody actually does Need help? My first date is going to be call 911.
That would be it.
Exactly.
I just got these nails done. I really can't touch you right now. 911 is your best option.
Exactly.
That is so funny. So what got you into lending in the first place? Was that your passion?
So interesting enough, it was my uncle. So my uncle, it was my senior year in high school. He worked at a company called Easy Home Loans out here.
Okay.
Many years ago. And I went and picked him up one day. He was living with me and my mom. And I picked him up and it was, I don't know. I walked in. It was like they were making phone calls on title leads back then on pieces of paper. And I was like, oh, that sounds like fun.
Right.
So I ended up starting part-time. And years later, here I am still.
Okay, so did he talk you into it or did he try and talk you out of it?
No, he talked me into it. Yeah, he was making good money at the time, and I was 18, thinking that I could make some good money at the time. And so initially it was the money attraction, but over the years it's transformed into a lot bigger stuff for me when it comes to working with clients and the problem solving aspect of solving and like finding a solution that nobody else can.
Right, because you always have the remedy to help people with their loans, right?
That's right. I got the cure to the homeownership bug.
I love that. All right. So before we move forward, anything else you want to share with our audience before we go into the top listings of the day, a little bit more about yourself?
Yeah, so I think the big news is that the last year, so this was Father's Day this last weekend, and for me, it was the first official Father's Day, quasi-Father's Day. I say that because my wife and I are foster parents. So we have 3 adorable girls at our house. And so this was the first year that they actually came and presented me with the gifts. And I've got all these little tchotchkes in my car that I'm excited to put in my office with pictures and little things that they made and, reasons why I love Scott, these kind of things.
Aren't simple pleasures the best?
They are.
Right?
They are.
It's so heartwarming, you know? It turns into a big fire of love,
I agree.
I think that's amazing.
I couldn't agree more.
So what did you do for Father's Day?
So everyone came over to my house.
Okay.
So my dad, my sister, my mother, and we had barbecue.
Okay.
So I barbecued on the grill, and we just sat down and watched the U.S. Open.
Do people actually barbecue on Father's Day?
Yeah, I think so.
I've never heard that before. I mean, what's
especially
Father's
in California.
Day? Right. What's Father's Day without a barbecue, right?
Exactly.
Without a doubt. Well, I want to say thank you. I mean, you have such a great voice. Nobody's going to help me pitch the listings that you're going to pitch. And I want to say thank you to Neri for pulling the top listings of the day. So if you're ready to go pitch listings, let's
ready.
get right to it.
Let's do this. So here we go. So Lorraine Cruz, so we've got this property address at 21907 Placeritos Boulevard in Newhall, California, 91321. Now, her contact information is lorraine.cruz@compass.com. Her phone number is 661-877-6100.
You are smooth. You are good at what you do.
And the listing price is at $1.85. Now, it boasts 5 bedrooms, 4 baths, square feet is 4,365 square feet. Now, I looked at these pictures. This place is absolutely stellar. So welcome to the private single-story oasis in the desired Placerita Canyon in Newhall, California. This stunning ranch-style pool home boasts 5 spacious bedrooms, 4 beautiful appointed bathrooms. It also features a generous 4,365 square feet, as I mentioned earlier, living space on a sprawling 1.21-acre usable lot, providing plenty of space and privacy to live and entertain. As you step inside, you'll immediately notice the exquisite rustic walnut wood flooring, which adds warmth and elegance to the living area with a large wall stone fireplace. The 360-degree open floor plan flows seamlessly from room to room, creating a welcoming and inviting space perfect for entertaining guests or enjoying quiet nights with the family. The gourmet kitchen is a chef's dream, featuring a 6-burner decor stove, customary cabinetry, a built-in refrigerator, an oversized Italian granite center island. The adjacent dining area is perfect for meals while with the cozy family. You'll enjoy a fireplace and is perfect for curling up with a good book or watching your favorite movie. The spacious bedrooms offer plenty of space for rest and relaxation. Now, this place has an east wing Features the primary suite with a sitting area, fireplace, a bathroom with a spa-like bathtub, separate shower, ample closet space, and a private room used as an office, possibly a 6-bedroom, along with 2 bedrooms with a bathroom with an oversized shower. Now, we go over to the west wing. Has 2 additional bedrooms and a bathroom with a tub shower combination. The space is perfect for in-laws and guests or rental. The real showstopper of this home is the stunning outdoor space, and it really is. The expansive backyard features a sparkling pool and spa, perfect for hot summer days, relaxing evenings under the stars, and 2 fire pits. The beautiful landscaped grounds offer plenty of room for outdoor activities and entertainment, with multiple seating areas and a built-in barbecue. Behind the backyard is another area with potential for horses, multiple vehicles, RVs, or an ADU. Located in the highly desirable Placer Vita Canyon neighborhood, this home offers luxury, living, and natural beauty. Don't miss your chance to own this truly beautiful special property. There's so much more. This is a must-see.
That
All
was
right.
awesome. That is awesome. I mean, boy, did she have a lot to say and a lot to offer, right?
That thing, in the pictures, I don't know if they do it justice.
No.
You really got to go see this property.
No, I think Lorraine Cruz with Compass did an outstanding job describing that home.
Oh, absolutely.
Without a doubt.
No question. I actually really looking forward to be able to buy a single story one day, and that's probably on the list of things I want to buy.
Okay.
Huh?
It's on my checklist.
There it is.
Gets got a home. Single story.
All right.
Next listing.
Next listing. Here we go. All right. Pam Ingram. Pam Ingram at pamingram.com. 661-312-4428. That is her contact information.
Pam's also with Compass, correct?
She is. So, and this listing that she has is listed for $899,900. Now, the address for this place is 27742 Hartwood Court, Valencia, California, 91354. This has 4 beds, 3 baths, and a living square feet of 2,077 square feet. Now, this is in North Park Presley home. Home shows light and bright with white walls and natural carpet and tile. Enter into your formal living and dining room. Kitchen has white tiles, center island, and opens to a family room. Upstairs are 4 bedrooms. Primary bed has double doors and high ceiling. Walk-in closet. Primary bath has a remodeled dual sinks, tub, and private shower. Backyard is one of the largest in the neighborhood with a wraparound yard and plenty of room for pools and toys. Now, I did look at the pictures. It's kind of really great inviting when you just walk into the house, and that backyard is absolutely stunning. And then add in the fact that it's got no Mellorews, and HOA is low but offers pool, spa, and community. Room, tennis courts, paseos, parks, and schools are close as well.
And it's funny, I think you and I were both at the lunch where she was promoting it at Smokehouse.
Absolutely.
Right? And I think she did a great job, and she was so excited about this listing. So I'm glad it came to fruition, and I'm so happy that she got the listing, and I think she's going to do an amazing job for her sellers.
Oh, absolutely. It's a great property.
Without a doubt.
All right. Here we go. Larry Fleischman.
Oh, Larry with Remax.
There's Remax, that's right. And his contact information is larry@fleischmanassociates.com. His phone number is 661-240-7299.
And he's one of the nicest guys in real estate.
Oh, he really is.
Known him for a long time, and he's so good at what he does.
He and my wife and him work over at the Single Mothers Outreach. So
Okay.
he's got such a great heart. So I love the guy. So this listing, by the way, is at $580,000. It's 28257 Canterbury Court, Unit 124, Valencia, California, 91354. Now this one has 2 beds, 1 bath. Living square feet is 1,332. Now this is a beautiful model-like condo and a highly sought-after Village Walk community. Enjoy your front door and walk up to the bright main level, featuring a nice-sized family room with a gas fireplace and plenty of natural light from the many windows. The kitchen and dining are on the level adjacent to the family room. Just down the hall, you will find a full-size laundry room as well as a large primary bedroom with a walk-in closet and bathroom. Shady covered side balcony, great for relaxing and enjoying outdoors, right off the dining room on the main floor. Upstairs, you'll find a light and bright, spacious second bedroom that has recently been updated. All windows have plantation shutters. One car-attached garage with direct access to the home and a separate assigned carport space right across from the home. This adorable townhome is located just minutes from the award-winning schools, paseos, shopping, and great restaurants. Great location in Valencia, no mellow ruse.
Right. God love it. And you know what? It was funny when Larry and I were having a conversation. He was so excited about the location of the property. He goes, Gene, this is going to be such a great selling point, and all the amenities around the home are just amazing.
I agree. Valencia just got all those cool little amenities that you can walk to. You don't have to get in your car and drive everywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So cheers to you, Larry.
Agreed. All right. Next we have Christina DiMarzo.
Christina DiMarzo. I call her the superstar of real estate.
I love it. Superstar of real estate. There we go. DiMarzo1@gmail.com. And her phone number is 661-212-3390. This listing is going for $599,000. Address is 4725 West Avenue K10 in Lancaster, California, 93536. This is 3 beds, 3 baths, 2,800 square feet living area. Now, this is a Quartz Hill horse property home. Is truly amazing. It sits on a private road, boasting a desirable 1.25 acre lot. The home includes a breezeway connecting the house and garage, which can be converted into an ADU. Step into the updated kitchen where modern amenities and sleek quartz countertops create an inviting space. Convenient storage awaits in the walk-in pantry, while the adjacent dining area offers a perfect gathering spot. The home includes a large sunroom, home office and guest room, a huge family room, game room, providing ample space for all your needs. Outside, the backyard is fully fenced, offering a safe and separate dog area for your furry companions. A 4-star barn with electricity provides a perfect setup for horses or a workshop. RV hookups ensure easy accommodation for recreational vehicles. Enjoy the benefits of an archery range. How cool is that? Covered patio for outdoor relaxation and ceiling fans in all rooms to keep you comfortable. The elegant tile and wood flooring throughout adds a touch of sophistication to the space. Cozy up by the brick wood burning fireplace or the wood burning stove during cooler months. This home is connected to city water and has a 1,500-gallon septic system for hassle-free living experience. It also has 2 swamp coolers, 2 water heaters, essential air for comfortable living. Additionally, the washer and dryer, barbecue, and 3 storage sheds are included, providing added convenience.
You know, it's kind of funny that a lot of people lately, when they're talking about a homes, how they like to make it so pet friendly. You know what I mean? and I have no problem with that because, you know, having dogs myself, I think that's a really important component to share with people.
Oh, I agree. My wife, if she saw this property, she would be so excited because her fostering of animals, she would be able to foster so many animals. We already have 3 dogs, a cat. I mean, oh my God.
Oh my, all right. So I think it's good for every animal. She said 4-legged animals. So if you have kangaroos, I'm sorry, this house is not adequate for you if you have kangaroos. So one of the questions I want to ask you, because I don't think everybody knows what an ADU is. Can you kind of explain that to our listeners?
Yes, an additional dwelling unit.
Okay.
So basically, it's an opportunity for you to have rental income coming from your property, or for a mother-in-law, for your family to come live with you. It's an additional unit to your property. So, and it's a dollar for dollar ad when it comes to your property. It's a great addition to any property right now.
You know, yeah, and if there's people out there fighting, but they don't want to get a divorce, one can live in one area, one can live in the other.
That's right.
Not saying I'm pro-divorce by any way, shape, or form.
No, well, I Love Lucy. Didn't Ricky and her sleep in separate beds? I mean, you know, separate houses. It's a new
separate beds. Very far apart. Very far. Well, that's why I love Lucy, as far away from him as humanly possible.
Right.
All right. So my friend Paula Stafford just took a listing with eXp Realty, right?
I looked this one up. I love this one. So especially for investment purposes. So Paula Stanford, and her contact information is paula.stanford@exprealty.com. Her phone number is 661-816-0947. This listing is at $585,000. The address is 2842 Dixie Street, unit number A, Rosemont, California, 93560. Now, this has 6 beds and 3 baths. Square feet is 2,030 square feet living area. This was newly built in 2021. You have 2 identical 2-bed and 2 baths, 1,015 square feet units. It's got tile flooring throughout for easy maintenance, mini splits in each room for efficient heating and cooling, ceiling fans and flush can lighting throughout, granite countertops in kitchen and bathrooms, electric stove, electric water heater, laundry hookups in the garage with electric hookups for dryer, single car garage with garage door opening and concrete driveway for parking, private fenced in patios for each unit. I really love this one. So what I was thinking about this one is that you get a lot of people that are looking for investments outside the city, just because people are starting to move further and further out. You've got all these cars that are driving for people now. So I really think this is going to be a great investment for someone long term.
I do too. And, 6 bedrooms, how are you going to go wrong, right? Every night you can sleep in a different room and start all over again.
Exactly.
So cheers to you, my friend Paula Stafford, on this great listing that you just took.
Absolutely. All right. James Baker, and his contact information is avjames@live.com. Contact information or phone number is 661-816-3395. And this is listed at $549,900. The address on this one is 38320 Gemini Court in Palmdale, California, 93552. Now, this one has 4 beds, 3 baths. The living square feet is 2,987 square feet. Now, this is big and beautiful. It is. I saw the pictures. It's beautiful. Almost 3,000 square feet, built in 2006. It's got 4 beds, a loft, 3 baths, newer carpet, newer interior, island kitchen with granite countertops, tile flooring and entry and kitchen, upstairs laundry. I love the upstairs laundry, by the way.
Right.
2-zone air heat, 2-car garage, roll-up doors with windows, covered patio, fully landscaped, auto sprinklers, mature trees, block walls. I mean, it really shows really well. I mean, I really love the pictures of this property.
And you know what? It's funny that you talk about having the upstairs laundry room. I think that's one of the only things that I'm missing in my house. And it's like, if my wife was going to have a let's do it all over again,
Right.
I think she would definitely want to build one upstairs.
Agreed.
Even though we bought a tract home, we didn't have the option of saying, all right, let's move it upstairs. But it would have taken convenience to a whole different level.
It really does. It's just that it's going all the way downstairs with the load and then bringing it back upstairs.
Right.
It's so simple, but it adds such a nice luxury when it comes to doing your laundry.
Yeah. What were they thinking years ago?
I don't know.
Doctor, you should have taken them to a whole different level.
I agree.
Saying, I got a great idea. It's not going to be fancy, but it's going to be a great idea, right?
Absolutely.
Bring it upstairs.
Just bring it upstairs. That's it.
Exactly.
That's all you have to do.
Bravo.
All right.
All right. So we got, I think, one more, correct?
That's right. Oh, man. This one. All right. Stacy Haverner.
Okay. She's a listing machine on fire.
Oh, my God. She is incredible. And she is the agent in Pine Mountain Club. I mean,
Yes.
she just is. So her contact information is shaverner@gmail.com. Phone number is 661-433-6630. This listing is at $415,000. The address is 15325 San Moritz Drive in Pine Mountain Club, California 93222. Beds, you've got 2. Baths, you got 1. Square feet, you got 912 square feet. Now, stunning Pine Mountain Club retreat. If you haven't been up there, you got to go. It's absolutely beautiful up there. Pack a suitcase and move right into this fully updated 2+1. Furnished mountain hideaway, renovated in 2022. This Gabriel-style designer cabin offers a uniquely elevated mountain living experience. The deck is north-facing, providing ample shade in warm months, with beautiful vistas of San Amenities.
Amenities.
Amenities. It's the mountain year round.
All right,
That was
let's
a
have
tongue
another
twister.
drink on that one.
I know. All I can tell you, it's beautiful. I mean, I saw the pictures of this property.
I mean, I have to think that every listing that's taken up in that community, it's hers, right?
I think so. I think she's mentioned she had like 20 listings up there.
Oh my, right?
It's just, and I can see why. It's a beautiful place. It really is. Now, the property's beautiful, mature tree canopy was recently pruned by an arborist. Exterior was updated with side trimming and stunning modern paint selection. Key improvements include a second bedroom. The semi-finished bathroom boasts an incredible storage space with potential to be finished for additional living space. The home interior transformation includes fresh drywall with modern smooth finish throughout and bright Benjamin Moore paint. The luxury wood plank vinyl floorings flow seamlessly throughout to create a cohesive and elegant look, and it really does. The pictures, when you look at it, it really just flows from one room to room. Custom woodwork includes floating mantles made of local reclaimed trees, a sophisticated staircase, a refurbished wood ceilings and walls. Stay cozy by the refurbished wood-burning stove with replaced ducting. The kitchen has been completely transformed with a farmhouse sink with a pull-down faucet, while upgraded kitchen appliances include a fridge air, range, gallonized refrigerator, and an AKDY range hood, making cooking a delight.
Do you know what that is? Because I have no idea what it is. I saw her write it up, and I go, I cannot wait to see her to ask her that question.
My wife would probably know what that is, but I have no idea.
Right, I get it.
Updated plumbing, drywall, cabinets, and quartz countertop with an extension for bar seating. The bathroom improvements include a refinished tub insert and relocated shower head, and newly installed toilet and vanity, 2 designer light fixtures with timber wall sealed ceiling, smart TVs ensuring immediate enjoyment after receiving keys to your mountain getaway. And it really is a mountain getaway. It's beautiful.
I think you, my friend, have done a tremendous job. And I'm sorry I didn't offer you a glass of water before we started, because you had a lot to share.
Because they're beautiful properties. I mean, they're really. I mean, it's hard not to want to highlight every piece of those properties. I mean, it really. If you're listening to this, please go look. If you have a client, go look at them. I mean, they're just beautiful properties.
All right. So, Doctor in the House, before we go,
Yes.
Anything you want to share with the consumer about today's market?
God, the market. I mean, the market's what I love about the market. Those that are making the effort or the commitment to buy in a market where rates are higher, right? They're going to see an advantage 6 to 12 months down the road when the rates finally do go down. Because what's going to happen right now, you've got a lot of buyers that are not really eager in the market right now because the rates are high, right? They are higher. It's a reality. But the ones that are making the commitment to make and buy a home right now, they're going to see values increase, because as soon as rates go down, everybody that's been sitting on the sidelines is going to come out and start wanting to make offers. And values are going to go up tremendously. So I think those that are buying today are going to be able to benefit from not buying a house more expensive 6 to 12 months from now. And they're going to be able to refinance and get a lower rate on a cheaper house. So
This is why you're the doctor.
I appreciate
The
that.
doctor always knows.
That's right.
You know, have an apple, call the doctor, life will be great. Scott, thank you so much for being on
Absolutely,
the program,
pleasure.
and I'm looking forward to having you come back in a couple of weeks.
I love it. Looking forward to it.
Me too.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.